Hi folks, this is Andrea Berry from Hope Seeds. Really pleased to be joining you at the Guelph Conference this morning for this organic seed breeding and regional seed systems workshop. Thank you very much, Andrew, for inviting me to share the Hope Seeds story and the work that we are doing with others to develop regional seed network out here in eastern Canada. So I thought that I would start by telling you guys a little bit about how Hope Seeds has grown over the years and what's brought us to the realization that we are really dependent on a successful seed growers network out here in eastern Canada. In 2001, I was an apprentice at Everdale through their craft program in the early years, and got a taste of seed saving there through my after hours project. And that inspiration through that work essentially stayed with me when I moved out to Fallsbrook Centre in Knowlesville, New Brunswick, moved out east in 2002. So my work at Fallsbrook Centre as the Organic Agriculture Program Coordinator gave me a chance to further develop my interest in seed saving. So I was experimenting here and there with heritage varieties and met up with a woman by the name of Kim Edmondson. She was the founder of Hope Seeds, and after a few years of learning bits and pieces from each other, Kim decided she was ready to pass on the business and saw me as a likely candidate and offered Hope Seeds to me. So in 2004, Hope Seeds was basically fell into my lap, and all of a sudden this little curiosity or interest in seeds started to become a bit more serious. I now had a bank account and a website and a catalog and a mailing list and a whole bunch of seeds that I felt this great responsibility for, to continue to propagate and share the stories and share the seeds with others. So I was still working part-time at Fallsbrook Centre for a little while, and with other contract arrangements. And but within that time period, I did acquire some land of my own, and had now what I realize is really about a quarter acre to do some, what I was calling some, serious seed production. So time went on, and in 2007, I believe, I was invited to speak on a panel at the Guelph Conference, panel of small seed companies, and a discussion of organic seed in Canada. And it was basically initiated, I believe, through the EFAO, the Ecological Farmers Association of Ontario. Preceding the Guelph Conference, they had a series of kitchen table gatherings where they invited organic growers and farmers to sit around and talk about, if you had a chance to ask seed companies about organic seed, what would you be asking them? What sort of issues do you find are at the top of your list regarding organic seed? And so that all those meetings, the insight that was gathered from them was collected, and a list of questions was sent to all of us panel speakers about a week before the conference. And we gathered at the conference. There were a few of us on the panel. Patrick Steiner, who is also speaking today, Bob Wildfong from Seeds of Diversity Canada, Kim Delaney from Hawthorne Farm, Greta Krieger from Greta's Organic Gardens out in Ottawa, myself, and I think Karen Wright from Terra Edibles. So there was a good mix of small seed companies there. Of course, Seeds of Diversity being a nonprofit organization. So we all gathered and sat down to respond to this list of questions. And I have to tell you guys that I was really blown away by those questions. They were pretty hardcore and pretty heady, and seemed like all of a sudden I was being treated like a serious seed company. And wow, moved me out of that frame of mind of, hey, this is a fun little backyard hobby, to now there are farmers and organic growers that are building their organic food networks, CSAs, market farms, farm markets, all of that stuff. And they are doing that, trying to, and with a willingness to use seed that I produce. So it's got to live up to the standards and the expectations of these growers. If we want a regional organic food system, a local food system to succeed, really seeds are just one spoke in that whole wheel of a successful organic food system. So yeah, that was a pretty good eye-opener as to, Hope Seeds is a player out there, so you better get serious. So it basically brought to light for me that growers, as in organic food producers, were demanding a greater volume of organic seed, better quality of organic seed, a larger variety, and basically needed reliability and assurance in their organic seed source. So I came out of that like, yeah! How am I supposed to do this? How can Hope Seeds grow to meet these expectations? Because fundamentally, Hope Seeds is a business that believes in supporting local organic food systems. And we try and do that through organic seed. So, what did I do? I started to think, okay, well, I've got to try to grow every variety of every species that I come across. Every single type of carrot, or every single type of onion or tomato, and all of these things. How am I going to work all of this into my seed production system? And of course, that was a very challenging, and still is challenging, because we just don't have in Knowlesville, New Brunswick. We're in a maritime climate, and a zone 3B, that we just cannot grow the quality seed of every single species in this climate. We just cannot do it. So that was a pretty big struggle, and a learning process for me. So the other part of it was needing to get more land. Fortunately, I made connections with a person who was very supportive of Hope Seeds and allowed me to use their land, great organically managed soils, and opened up probably to about an acre's worth of cultivated space from my quarter of an acre. So that was good, but still difficult to manage, because I was trying to grow so many different things. I also approached the concept of getting more growers. We just need more seed, right? So invited people to grow seeds for Hope Seeds, and was